What's up, everybody? Soul here with another sort of Convallaria video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a fun team comp that I've been running, enjoying these new characters with the Delicious in Dungeon collab or Dungeon Meshi, and yeah, it's been a ton of fun. It includes some of my favorite characters in the game, and yeah, it's how I like to play, so I'm really excited to share this with you. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. So first and foremost is our girl Marcille. She is, of course, a part of the Dungeons and Delicious collab. I've got guides on these characters, so make sure you go check it out. Look in the links in the description below if you want more information. But for her, we're running that Fireball as her basic attack. Absolutely amazing. Magic counter. Incantation. She's going to be holding enemies still, sticking them where they are, and they're not going to be able to move. And, of course, marking them with that vulnerable. Really, really important. Mana recovery, and then mana surge, so we can lower their magical defense when necessary. For her, we're running, of course, that magic ladle, and we're also running that origin hourglass with the wand and chalice engraving resonance, because we want that energy back and so on and so forth. We're not really worried about the cooldown reduction, but we want that energy, and then that dream of the magician on her for that big AoE goodness. Next on the team is our boy Senshi. Of course, we got to run him when we're talking about Delicious in Dungeon in this team. So he is on this team absolutely 110%. He is running that pot slam, eat well, iron pot, responsibility, and it's mealtime. We definitely have him in his support tank setup with this hollow axe, mystery guardian, and with a wand and pentacle resonance for that decreased physical damage. And then we're running that Fool's Naivete because we want that bonus to HP. We got some nice defense in here. And then, of course, he's going to do some decent damage when the setting is right. Now, in order to cook and cook well, you got to have an open flame. And we've got our girl Luvata to make sure we've got good flames on the field and that everybody's resistant to those flames. And none of our cooks get hurt. And so with her, we're running Fiery Wings, Wall of Ember, Meteor Flame, Leaping Flames, and Searing Gaze. Of course, we're rocking her signature weapon Nirvana, Roaring Flint, and then we've got that Verdict of Justice on her. To help ensure we got the flames alive and well and stoked, we've got our flame bearer, our boy. He is tending to those flames, and that is Miguel. Absolutely love his rank 13. He keeps things ablaze constantly. My favorite character in the game, arguably. And yeah, absolutely love playing him. For him, we're running that Firebomb as his basic attack. Protective Razor is his reaction. Mourner. Brutal Kick. We got that World Drifter Aura, because we're running a bunch of drifters on the team. Absolutely wonderful. Running that rank 13 skill Fierce Impact, which of course burns everything. And then we've got that melee mega crossbow as his weapon, Roaring Flint, and that Course of Fortune on him for that wonderful AoE damage. It's a random buff you'll get, but it turns everything in the fire tiles around him whenever it procs. Next on the team is our girl OG-Inanna. We got her on the team for that wonderful Act Again. She does a little bit of damage and heals, but primarily that Act Again on Marcille and anyone else that needs it, and then buffing the team. We've got that Merciful Strike, Battlefield Trial, Convallaria Blooming Horizon, Princess's Prayer, and Soulmate on her. We are running the Reorganized Cube, Fancy Hat, and then the Mercy of the High Priestess on her. Last on the team is SP-Safiyyah. She is interchangeable. You can put some other people in there. I absolutely love her assisted attack. I love that she can get Marcille to proc her basic attack as well as Senshi's. And of course, Luvata's got an amazing basic attack. Miguel's got a amazing attack. So her making them all use their basic attacks is absolutely wonderful. Creating more fire tiles, getting great damage, you name it. She fits in this team really, really well for that reason. And then moreover, the battle we're utilizing, she especially was useful in. So that's why she's on the team. She's got that Joint Strike, Blade Chase, Frontline Deployment, Mobile Squad Trump Tactic, and Safeguard Protocol. Of course, she's got her signature weapon, Nocturnal Glow. And then Origin Hourglass. We are running that Sword and Pentacle because whenever she's unharmed, which is ideal, she's getting that bonus 12% to her attack and defense. And then for the fight that we do in particular, we're running March of the Chariot, but normally I'd like Course of Fortune on her. But you will see that we're going to run her in Tower of Adversity, which we're going to get into right meow. So here we are, Tower Adversity. Let's get at it. I absolutely love the wave survival and the hoarding. I am teleporting people this round, but it's going to be fun regardless. SP-Safiyyah immediately gets these load bearers moving, and we start setting up the flames with Luvata in turn 1 right away. We got some barricades up to make sure we keep them zoned a little bit, those enemies. Senshi coming in with that wonderful tanking, as long as he's around that hot pot, of course. Or cuisine, as it's called in the game. But we create another cuisine, set up Luvata and Marcille. Low bears getting the resources to the leader, and now those enemies are all locked in place. Miguel starts his action, and as you can see, he's going to keep our fire stoked. He's got a ton of flames set up all around him already. OG-Inanna gets Marcille going, getting that great attack off. Shazam, they are gone. And we come over and hit again with that magic defense down. Love it. You create more barricades, start teleporting them. We're in a zone and control them by doing so. That's the absolutely best way to handle them, in my opinion. That teleportation is busted. Inanna's guard does a great job in this fight, helping in zone and control that area. Luvata coming over with a great attack right there. Huge fireball. And then Miguel's just going to stand his ground. Let those enemies burn as they try to get close. Since she comes over, we set up the shield. Gaining some great satisfaction for him. Nice little basic attack from Marcille. We come over, use our Mourner, and because Miguel's awesome, he just goes back and jumps right over the enemy. No issues. And he gets energy for doing so. Let's let them go through their turns. We're not too fussed. A little counterattack there. Good stuff with those heals. Setting up the co-attack, co-defense. We start teleporting enemies and moving around. Get a little heal. Both hot pots are down. We'll get another cuisine up soon. I'm going to keep calling the cuisines hot pots. I just think it's better. I don't know. It's just me. I'm weird. As you can see, they're stepping into the fire. They're getting burned up. It hurts them. It messes them up. And it slows them down. I absolutely love it. Another little hot pot for our people there. Thank you, Senshi. Here comes the enemy. Load bearers getting the supplies, running their course. Marcille with another basic attack. Go ahead and use that roaring flint. Bust him up. Set up more flames. Absolutely love it. Miguel creates a ton of fire. Even that water's on fire down there. Nice little attack from OG-Inanna. Get that guy out of the way. Getting some teleports on, set up more barricades. Grouping our enemies together. And moving them back and away from the objectives. Keeping them in the fire. Sometimes they don't even have a place to move or they can't move. They just sit there and burn. It's so great. Comes Luvata with her roaring flint. And nice little bit of fire to add to the roast. The enemies don't know what to do. And so they sit puzzled. Senshi coming over with a huge smack. Great damage. Absolutely love all those satisfaction stacks. Great stuff there. Here comes Marcille with her big hit. Now all the enemies are inflicted with move down and vulnerable too. Miguel keeping everything on fire over there. Basically just one-man army and everything over on the side. Here comes OG-Inanna. The act again on Marcille. And Shazam, another blast. Or 2 for your trouble. And we get the full recovery. Gonna teleport these enemies, get them out of the way. Here they come. Burning alive. We're not fussed. They want to get through right here, but they got the fires to contend with, and it really slows them down. As you can see, they're burning and dying just for trying. So awesome. Great stuff from Luvata, Senshi, and Princess's Guard. Zoning that spot right there, not letting them through, forcing them down over by Miguel. Another hot pot for the fam. Keeping everybody fed. Thank you, Senshi. There's Marcille with her big hit over down there. Another mourner for the crew. We want to make sure they're nice and burning and toasty for trying to come through. Tons of fire around Miguel all day long. Good attack from OG-Inanna. Marcille doesn't always need to act again. It's okay if she just starts with that incantation. I absolutely love that it creates that vulnerability and that move down on those enemies, and then they just basically get stuck. Especially when they're in fire, they'll just pass up their whole turn if there's enough traffic, and they won't do anything and just take all the burn damage, as you saw right there. And here they come. We're gonna have to set some more fires right there with Miguel. SP-Safiyyah doing some great work. Stoking the flames again with Luvata. Here they come, trying at least. Burning up just for trying. Love it. You can't get through. The damage is too much. Good traffic, good zone and control all over. Low bears doing their job, getting plenty of supplies to the leader. Incantation destroys them. Here comes Miguel, and the fires are reignited. Because those barricades are being leapt over, he's getting bonus energy for it too. It's absolutely great. Comes the act again. Marcille getting that big incantation off right there as well, ending the battle. And so there you have it. That's the quick and dirty. I call this team Hell's Kitchen. I absolutely love it. I love how Marcille, just on her cast, even though she prepares a turn, she debuffs those enemies heavily, and it's a massive AoE. Move down, vulnerable 2 is absolutely amazing. Having a magic defense down 3 as well is equally amazing. That's her job. When you get those fires and those flames going, she just keeps them stuck and in place and makes sure that they take that burn damage for free, and it's absolutely amazing. Luvata, of course, does an amazing job giving you that burn invulnerability, so you're not taking that scorch damage and or burning tile damage for walking around on it. It can be dispelled, be aware of that, but she does give that, and it's rare that it does get dispelled. And then, of course, Senshi with that hot pot, or cuisine, as it's called, setting them up, tanking, taking damage for everybody. OG-Inanna, the act again, helping Marcille stay active and getting those incantations off, so it does lots of good damage. Really, really good stuff all around. And then, of course, Miguel, my boy, love his rank 13. Everything is on fire all of the time, and it's amazing. Him and Luvata, they're like a married couple. Their synergy is through the roof. And then SP-Safiyyah, like I said, I didn't utilize any of her additional attacks or her assisted attacks in that battle because it's tower adversity, but normally she would be doing that and creating that. She is absolutely pivotal in that tower adversity floor and battle, in the way that she played, creating those extra movement to load bears and making sure there's plenty of supplies to the leader. But regardless, in a normal setting, she's adding to the battle with those heals, buffs, and those assisted attacks. Because each one of these characters have amazing basic attacks, it's really, really helpful to have her in it, to win it, creating all those opportunities. If you don't like her, you don't have her, I think Beryl is another great fit in this team. With her rank 13, she's doing bonus damage to enemies that are inflicted with burn or scorch. So it's really, really important to run her instead. She does a ton of damage and she's a lot of fun. And she can fit multiple roles as far as giving bonus energy and so on and so forth too. That is a phenomenal character that fits really well in this team. With that all said, I hope you enjoyed the team. I've had a lot of fun playing them. This is our Dungeon Meshi characters doing what they do best, which is cook up a storm, frying your enemies. They're all burning to death, cooking them to perfection. I'm not suggesting we're eating people here. I'm just saying we're cooking. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. Hell's Kitchen is what I call it, and I hope you enjoy it. Huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon members. Thank you so much for your support. You're the ones that allow me to have the resources, to pull the characters, to create the guides, and to get the information, the content out. So thank you so much. Your support is absolutely tremendous. Please make sure you check the link down below if you're interested in supporting, and that Patreon. And of course, our Discord is down below as well, where we talk all things sort of Convallaria and then some. Please feel free to join us. We'd absolutely love to have you in our community. And thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you drop me a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'm grateful for you for it. It's a great free way to support the channel, and I wish you the best in all of your sort of Convallaria adventures. Take care, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye.